Here comes Kelly on her new Zero Turn. Spinning donuts already. Hey folks, welcome back to the farm. We're out doing some yard work today because it is a beautiful, gorgeous day out here. Haven't had a day like this in a while. But doing some yard work, and I thought I'd do a review on a new mower that we got. We picked it up the other day after some hardship trying to get one, but we finally found one. What we got here is the Toro 50-inch time cutter with the MyRide suspension. We were trying to get one here at the local store in town, but they were having a hard time getting one in stock. And of course, the manufacturer kind of blames it on the COVID thing like everything else. But we were able to source one about an hour away, and we went and picked it up this last Friday. And we've used it here on the farm already, and I'm really pleased with it. I've actually had some experience with it before. My cousins got one just like this, and I did a little test drive of it last fall before it was put away for the winter. And I was really impressed with the MyRide suspension. And between the family out here close to me in Nebraska, we own 3 of these machines now. The suspension on this thing, you see this silver deck, it's connected with the seat's connected to that, and it's got a shock absorber that absorbs all of the bouncing around that you can do on a rough surface. And our lawn's not the smoothest ride. We got some bumps and some little whoop-de-doos down here that got to negotiate. We got some hills, and having back surgery, that MyRide suspension is a godsend, let me tell you. But let's go over some other features on this mower. Right up front here, you can see the caster brackets. They're bolted in. They're aluminum. So if for some reason you smack something pretty hard and bend one of those things, you take the bolts out, pull it out, put a new one in. It's that easy. It's not connected to the frame where now you've got a bent frame on your mower and it's never going to run right again. So those are replaceable. I think that's a really cool idea with that. This little lever here that you see raises the deck. Say you got a stump or something that's coming up, or something that you're worried about hitting, you put your foot on that, it raises the deck up temporarily, and you let your foot go, it lowers the deck back down. It also, when you adjust the deck, and this mower deck that you can see here is the adjustment, cuts from 4.5 inches all the way down to 1.5 inches in half-inch increments. So it's very easy to set while you're on the seat. You just pull that handle. If you step on this, it also takes a little bit of the weight off, so that handle's easier to use. But I found that I don't have to step on that when I adjust it. Works just fine. The mower deck on this thing is a welded 10 gauge deck, and you don't see this anywhere else in the market. Most of them are just stamped out light gauge metal. This one you can even use for a step. They tell you you can step on it to get up on the mower, which I would never do that on the old mower that I had. You also have a throttle control down here, or actually not a throttle, the throttle's up there. This is a speed control. I have yet to get this thing out of low. It goes plenty fast. I can't imagine somebody going any faster than I'm going on low, but it's got two more speed settings that are higher. Maybe we'll try them one day, but I can't see ever using them the higher speeds. Maybe in a gigantic what do you call it, Major League Baseball, MLB stadium, you might want to go a little faster. I don't know. Easy to reach console here. You got the throttle, you got the choke, which the technology that we have nowadays, I don't know why they would put a manual choke on this motor, but even my push mower has an automatic choke on it. So, but oh well. It's kind of a two-handed operation, so sitting on the seat it's a little hard to choke and start at the same time, You don't bend very well like me. So if you have the control sticks out and the PTO off, you can start it just standing out here on the side, and that's what I do when it's cold so I can choke it. It's not a big problem. The control sticks are fully adjustable height on them. Automatic parking brake when they're in the outer position like that, and when you get them up here in the drive position, it takes that brake off, and forward and reverse. And if you've never driven a zero steer, it messes with your brain a little bit when you get on it. I've found that if you push the sticks fully forward and steer by pulling whatever stick back that you need to, so if you're going to turn right, you would pull the right stick back just a little bit and it'll give you a turn. It's a lot easier than trying to control the steering by pushing the sticks forward. So give that a shot if you get one, or if you've got a zero turn. You probably figured that out already. But the MyRide suspension is even adjustable. You can see it's got 6 positions out here that you can adjust. I keep it on the softest, but you can stiffen it up by moving that lever forward. You got your deflector down here. A lot of people that you'll see on YouTube recommend leaving that up because they say it scatters the grass out in a less definitive pattern. It just kind of makes it, blows it out in the air and it flies around and it doesn't leave like a little trail. But I haven't left the trail on this one because maybe I cut my grass earlier than most people, so I haven't had a problem. And if you ride with that thing in the up position, you're more likely to throw rocks farther, I think, if you were to hit one or debris. So my opinion and my recommendation is to run that deflector in the down position. Back here in the motor compartment, everything is wide open. You can get to everything. It's a real nice setup. You got your oil check and filler right there in the wide open. To drain the oil on this thing, all you have to do is pop this hose off, disconnect it from here, hose rotates down and empties into whatever you're catching it in, and then you just put it back up and refill it with oil. It doesn't get any simpler than that. But the whole engine compartment is pretty much wide open. They give you a little hitch here on the back if you're going to pull a spreader or something like that, a sprayer. You can do that. Got the fuel tank on this side. Little drink holder, which is very important if you're mowing for 3 hours. You want to carry a water bottle with you. Little cubby in case you're one of those people that like to check your phone while you're mowing. Not me. The battery, very easy to get to, and it's even got a little catch there that holds the seat up if you're working on it. But you don't have to move 15 different things to get to that battery. Very easy access. Let me put this seat down here. You just push forward, pull that back up, and the seat goes back down. Very comfy seat with the armrests. The armrests do fold up if you don't wish to use them. You can leave them up. It's got good covers on the belts down there. However, they come off very easily. Some of the reviews that I saw on previous videos was those things pop off easily, but now I see they've added a cotter pin down there, or a spring pin, whatever you want to call those. It's got deck washing ports on both sides, and the mower comes with an adapter that goes on the hose. It's a quick disconnect to that port. Never used a deck washer myself, but maybe if the grass was a little wet or something, we'd hose that off. But that's what we're looking at. Very impressed with it so far, and if you're in the market for a mower, I highly recommend this, especially if you like a smooth ride. The one negative I have on this, and it seems to be everybody's negative, is it doesn't come stock with an hour meter. However, you can get one, and right here in the console, if you rub your hand on here, you'll feel the spot for that switch, and all you got to do is cut it out and pop the switch in there, and it's even got the wires for the switch down in there with a plug. So they did set you up for that. However, if you're going to pay $4,000 for a lawnmower, why not add in the $60 and just put it on their stock? all of your manufacturer's suggested maintenance is by the hour meter. So put it on there. Not a big deal. If you're going to pay $4,000, what's another 60 bucks? This model came with the Toro V-Twin. You can get the other model with a Kohler motor, and I believe there's even one with a Kawasaki motor. I may be wrong, but this is the cheaper model for the 50-inch. The one with the Kohler motor or the Kawasaki, whichever it is a little more expensive. But I haven't seen any negative reviews on the Toro motor, and it looks very well built and runs very nicely. So I'm pleased with it. It's not a commercial operation I got here. We're just mowing the lawn. So that's my opinion of this mower. I think it's a pretty good unit, and we've already used it, and we've already very pleased with it. Kelly's driven it, and as soon as we got it off the trailer, I started it up and she took off on it. So the learning curve isn't much. She's never driven farm equipment or any of that before, and she had very little problem taking off on this thing. She also drives the tractor very well now. She's doing great. So until next time on Mark Kelly Farms, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. We miss all the peeps out in California, even though we do not miss California. We love it here in Nebraska. Catch you next time.